Hi to everyone. Welcome to குழந்தைகள் உலகம். Today our topic is chapter 6 specification and abstraction. First we will see algorithm. An algorithm is a sequence of instruction to accomplish a task or solve a problem. A computer can only execute instruction in a programming language. Instruction of a computer are also known as statements. Therefore, ultimately, algorithms must be expressed using the statement of the programming language. Algorithm is a step-by-step sequence of statements to solve a problem. And execute with input data, it generate and computational process and end with the output data, satisfying the specified relation between the input data and the output data. Example, add two numbers. Algorithmic problems. There are some principles and techniques for constructing algorithms. We usually say that a problem in algorithmic in nature when its solution involves the constructing of an algorithm. Some types of problems can be immediately recognized as algorithmic. Two arithmetic problems story given here. Building blocks of algorithm. We construct algorithm using basic building blocks such as data, variables, control flow and functions. Data. Algorithms take input data, process the data and produce output data. Computers provide instruction to perform operations on data. For example, there are instructions for doing algorithmic operation on numbers such as add, subtract, multiply and divide. These are different kinds of data such as numbers and text. Variables. Variables are named boxes for storing data. When we do operation on data, we need to store the result in variables. The data stored in a variable is also known as the value of the variable. We can store a value in a variable or changes the value of variable using an assignment statement. Example, state. A traffic signal may be in one of the three states, green, amber or red. The state of changes to allow a smooth flow of traffic. The state may be represented by a single variable signal which can have one of the three values, green, amber or red. Control flow. An algorithm is a sequence of statement. However, after execution a statement, the next statement executed need not to be a next statement in the algorithm. The statement to be executed next may depending on the state of the process. Thus, the order in which the statement are executed may differ from the order in which they are written in the algorithm. This order of execution of statement is known as a control flow. There are three important control flow statements to alter the control flow depending on the state. Sequential control flow, alternative control flow, iterative control flow. Sequential control flow, a sequence of statements are executed one after another in the same order as they are written. In alternative control flow, a condition of the state is tested and if the condition is true, one statement is executed. If the condition is false, an alternative statement is executed. Iterative control flow, a condition of the state is tested and if the condition is true, the statement is executed. The two steps of testing the condition and execute the statement are repeated until the condition become false. Functions. Algorithms can become very complex. the variable of an algorithm and dependency among the variables may be too many. Then it is difficult to build algorithms correctly. In such situation, we break an algorithm into parts, construct each part separately, and then integrate the part of to complete the algorithm. Parts of an algorithm are known as functions. A function is like a sub algorithm. It takes an input and produces an output, satisfy the desired input output relation. Example, suppose we want to calculate the surface area of a cylinder of radius r and height h. Here we can identify two functions, one of the calculating area of the circle and the other one for the circumference of the circle. Algorithm design techniques. There are a few basic principles and techniques for designing algorithms. First one, specification. The first step in the problem solving is to state the problem precisely. A problem is specified in terms of the input given and the output desired. Specification must also state the properties of an given input and the relation between the input and the output. Abstraction. A problem can involve a lot of details. Several of these details are unnecessary for solving a problem. Only a few details are essential. Ignoring or hiding unnecessary details and modeling to entity only by its essential properties is known as abstraction. For example, when we represent the state of a process, we select only a variable essential to the problem and ignore inessential details. Composition. An algorithm is composed of assignment and control flows. Control flow statement tests a condition of the state and depending on the value of the condition decide the next statement to be executed. Decomposition. We divide the main algorithm into functions. We construct each function independently of the main algorithm and other functions. Finally, we construct the main algorithm using the functions. When we use the functions, it is enough to know the specification of the function. It is not necessary to know how the function is implemented. Specification. To solve a problem, first we must state the problem clearly and precisely. A problem is specified by the given input and the desired output. To design an algorithm for solving a problem, we should know the properties of the given input and properties of the desired output. The goal of an algorithm is to establish the relation between the input and the desired output. An algorithm is specified by the properties of the given input and the relation between the input and the desired output. In simple words, specification of an algorithm is the desired input-output relation. Inputs and outputs are passed between an algorithm and the user through the variables. The value of the variables when the algorithm starts is known as the initial state, and the value of the variables when the algorithm finishes is known as the final state. Let P be a record properties of the input and Q the property of desired outputs. Then the algorithm S is specification as first one algorithm underscore name inputs P, then outputs Q. This specification means that if the algorithm starts with the input satisfying P, then it will finish with the outputs satisfying q. A double dash indicates that the rest of the line is a commanded. Commands are statements which are used to annotate a program for the human readers and not execute by the computer. Commands at crucial points of flow are useful and even necessary to understand the algorithm. In our algorithm notation, we use double dashes to start a command line. Write the specification of an algorithm to compute the quotient and remainder after dividing an integer a by another integer b. For example, divide 22, 5. Here quotient is 4, then remainder is 2. Let a and b be a input variables. We will store the quotient in a variable q and the remainder in a variable r. So q and r are output variables. What are the properties of an input a and b? First one, a should be an integer. Remainder is meaningful only for the integer division, and b should not be 0 since division by the 0 is not allowed. We will specify the properties of the input as input colon a is a integer and b not equal to 0. What is the desired relation between the input a and b and the output q and r? The two outputs q and r should be satisfy the property. So a equal to q into b plus r, and the remainder r should be less than the divisor b. So 0 less than or equal to r, that means remainder, less than b, that means variable. Combining these requirements, we will specify the desired input-output relations as double dash outputs colon a equal to q means quotient int b plus r means remainder and 0 less than or less than b. The command start with dash actually is the property of the given inputs. The commands that start with dash outputs is the desired relation between the input and the output. The specification of algorithm is divide a and b. Second one, double slash input a is an integer and b not equal to 0. Then third one, output dash outputs colon a equal to q into b plus r and 0 less than or equal to r less than b. Specification format, we can write the specification in the standard 3-part format. The name of the algorithm and the inputs. Input, the property of the inputs. Output, the desired input-output relation. First part of the name of the algorithm and the inputs. Second part of the property of the inputs. It is written as the command which starts with dash inputs. The third part of the desired input-output relation. It is written as the command which start with dash outputs. The input and output can be written using English or mathematical notation. Examples, write the specification of an algorithm for computing the square root of a number. Let us name the algorithm square root. Second one, it takes the number as an input. Let us name the input n. N should not be negative. It produce the square root of n as a output. Let us name the output y. Then n should be the square of y. Now the specification of an algorithm square underscore root, that is n. double dash input n is the real number, so n greater than or equal to 0. Dash outputs y is the real number such that y squared equal to n. Specification as contract. Specification of an algorithm serves as a contract between the designer of the algorithm and the users of an algorithm, because it defined the right and responsibilities of the designer and the user. This image tells us input properties and the input-output relation as rights and responsibilities. Example, consider the specification of the algorithm square root. Square underscore root n double dash input colon n is the real number, that means n greater than or equal to 0. Double dash output y is the real number such that y squared equal to n. Algorithm designer can assume that the given number is non-negative and construct the algorithm. The user can expect the output to be the square root of the given numbers. Output could be the negative square root of the given numbers. The specification did not commit that the output is the positive square root. If the user passes the negative number as the input, then the output need not to be a square root of the number. Abstraction. To ride a bicycle, it is sufficient to understand the functions of the pedals, handlebar, brakes, and bell. As a rider, we model the bicycle by these 4 features. A bicycle has a lot more details which the rider can ignore. These details are irrelevant for the purpose of riding a bicycle. Problem can be involve a lot of details. Several of these details are irrelevant for the solving the problem. Only a few details are essential. Abstraction is a process of ignoring or hiding irrelevant details and modeling a problem only by its essential features. Abstraction is the most effective mental tools used for managing complexity. We use abstraction is a variety of ways while constructing algorithms in specification of problem, representing state by variables, and decomposing an algorithm to functions. An algorithm designer has to be trained to recognize which features are essential to solve the problem and which details are unnecessary. If we include unnecessary detail, it makes the problem and it solve overcomplicated. Specification abstraction a problem by the properties of the input and desire input-output relation. Recognize the properties essential for solving the problem and ignore the unnecessary details. State. In algorithm, the state of computation is abstracted by a set of variables. Functions. When an algorithm is very complex, we can decompose it into functions and abstraction each functions by its specifications. State is a basic and important abstraction. Computational process have state. A computational process start with the initial state. And actions are performed, its state changes, it end with a final state. State of a process is abstracted by a set of variables in the algorithm. The state at any point of execution is simply the value of the variables at that point. Example, chocolate bars. A rectangle chocolate bar is divided into square by horizontal and vertical grooves. We wish to break the bar into individual square. Essential variable. The number of pieces and the number of cuts are the essential variable of the problem. We will represent them by two variables p and c respectively. Thus, the state of the process is abstract by two variables P and C. Irrelevant details. The problem would be cutting a chocolate bar into individual pieces or cutting a sheet of postage stamp into individual stamps. It is irrelevant. The problem is simply cutting a grid of squares into individual squares. The sequence of cutting that have been made and the shapes and size of the resulting pieces are irrelevant too. From P and C, we cannot reconstruct by the size of individual pieces, but that is irrelevant to solving a problem. Assignment statement. Variables are named boxes to store values. Assignment statement is used to store a values in a variable. It is written with the variables on the left side of the assignment operator and the value of the right side. Variables : equal to value. When this assignment is executed, the value on the right side is stored in the variables on the left side. The assignment equal to 2 stores value 2 is a variable m. If the variable already has a value stored in it, assignment changes its value. The value on the right side, the old value of variable is lost. The right side of an assignment can be expression variable : equal to expression. In this case, the expression is evaluated and the value of the expression is stored in the variable. If the variable occurs in the expression, the current value of the variables is used in equaling the expression and then the variable is updated. For example, the assignment equal to m plus 3. Now m value is 5 and store the value 5 in the variable m. The two sides of an assignment statement is separated by the symbol : equal to, known as the assignment operator, and read as becomes or is assigned. The assignment statement v : equal to e is read as v becomes e. Note that assignment operator is not equality operator. The meaning of v : equal to e and v equal to e are different. Assignment does not state the mathematical equality of a variable but changes the value of the variable. The assignment m : equal to m plus 3 does not state m is equal to m plus 3. Rather, it changes the value of the variable m to the value of the expression m plus 3. An assignment statement can change the value of multiple variables simultaneously. In that case, the number of values on the left side should be match the number of expression on the right side. For example, if we wish to assign to the three variables v1 and v2, v3, we need expression say e1, e2, e3. e1, v2, v3 : equal to e1, e2, e3. The left side is the comma separated list of the variable. The right side comma separated the list of expression to execute. To execute an assignment statement, first evaluate all the expression on the right side using the current value of the variables and then store them in the corresponding variable on the left side. For example, what are the values of the variables m and n after the assignment in line 1 and line 3? Example, m, n. Here given the value 2, 5. So what is the value? M equal to 2 and n equal to 5. In third line, m plus 3 and n minus 1. So we want to add 2 plus 3, answer is 5, then n minus 1, n value is 5, 5 minus 1 equal to 4, answer is 4. Store the values 5 and 4 in the variables m and n respectively. Example, we abstract the state of the process by two variables p and c. The next is the model of the process of cutting the chocolate bar. When we make a single cut of a piece, the number of pieces p, the number of cuts c, both is increased by 1. We can model it by an assignment statement p comma c colon equal to p plus 1 and c plus 1, which is read as p and c become p plus 1 and c plus 1 respectively. Like and share the videos, subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.